Hello and welcome everybody. We have the Global Lab patch notes on December 13th, this Saturday this time, due to Calpheon Ball. With that, we have the Seraph or Seraphim, still kind of unsure of which one it actually is. It is Margaret Brandt, however, is her actual name. She is currently available inside the Global Labs, so if you have Global Labs set up, you can definitely pre-play her. I personally can't be bothered with the whole Korean. It's always a pain to figure out all the stuff that is necessary. So I'll just wait. On the Global Labs, there is the Seraphim story. These are also on each region's official website in their own languages. Same thing for the commentary, battle footage, theme song, the extra combat trailer, and some extra notes. If we go into the GM notes, we will see a few things. Here, again, we have Seraphim written out like this, so I think it is Seraphim, but we'll see. Overall, bit of episode. We have some extra skill. Her main thing is a passive, which effectively will hold her combo. Kind of crazy. Feels a bit overpowered, but we'll see. Then there's a few other things where here seems to be like a stun. Then we have Tearing Tomb, big AoE, Teaching Ghosts, gather divine power into the great sword and strike it down from the air. Then more information. We generally have the Covenant and the Sealing Ball as the two, well, main weapon and secondary. These are generally activated. If you activate your BSR, you get the wing version if you have this equipped. Otherwise, you can also swap into the Awakening weapon with a skill by grabbing the Absolute Guilt. That's the way it sounded like, depending on which one of these skills you have activated. It is going to change what the BSR does, effectively giving you the angel-like version or the sort of darkness enveloped version. Moving on, we have some general character changes on Valkyrie. The issue where the pulling effect of the light wave skill was applied to allies during the old league has been fixed. Then also on Valkyrie, they fixed an issue where the bound effect was not applied to a player when the final hit of the Ensla Divine skill was successful. And on Wusa, the phenomenon where the King's Seal effect remained abnormally during the use of some skills has been improved. Continuing on, some achievement goals and rewards for the season pass have changed. There's a bunch of stuff for seasons going on. So overall, the season will be completely overhauled, and the rewards. Seeing the new season pass objectives and rewards, so we see the standard leveling quests. Then we have Tuvala being mentioned straight away because later on we'll see Naru is removed. Then we just have more leveling. Awakening Succession is remaining. Strengthening the weapons still. Some more leveling. Some more strengthening. And leveling. And then talking to Fugar. So this has definitely been simplified. Then we also see some extra changes on the journey seals. So we have some additions. We have a 200, 150 stack Agris Golden Box. Landscape Paint Selection Boxes. New Supreme Box. A New Moon Supreme Box. Mysterious Spirit Powers. Florins. And Loot Scrolls. What is being removed is the accessory reinforcement box, artisan worker selection, Agris Golden Blessing, New Moon Supreme Scroll, Feather of Dreams, Creo's Fruit Selection, and Creo's Trace Selection box. These are all being removed. The big note is, due to the seasonal changes, the graduation of season characters will be carried out during the next maintenance. So if you have not completed your season, now is the time to do it. Otherwise, it will fully complete Season Pass and give you all the rewards. However, your time-filled Blackstones will be lost. So if you have any time-filled Blackstones, exchange them for loot scrolls or whatever else you want now, because afterwards they will be disappearing. This is a very important thing to note. Then they added the Rare Hammer Selection Box Challenge. Effectively, from 340 AP and up, you're going to get some Crons and a hammer, Crons or a hammer with some CP XP. This is effectively available to you. Generally, as long as you have Sovereigns left and or Karazods, using the box is going to be the better choice. The required AP is going from 340, 342, 45, 47, 50, 52, 55, 57, 60, 62, 65, 67 again, 70, 72, 75, 77, 380, 382, 384, And at 385, you will get your last reward. Then we have some general global lab updates. Effectively, some stuff is being added. Nothing too crazy. You have some NPCs. This is only important if you're going to be on global, but then again, you're probably not going to be too interested in that. Then we have improved items for early growth. So effectively, all Naru equipment obtainable through quests have been removed. The quests now, that allow you to obtain Naru Awakening Weapon as an open character have been combined into one quest, and have changed to allow you to obtain Tuvala Awakening Weapon Box. The rewards for the quest that can be completed with seasonal characters have also been changed to Tuvala accessories, and the ability to exchange Naru equipment for Blackstones from Fugar has also been removed. So during the maintenance, and on December 18th, the items listed below will be deleted and 1,000 silver paid for each item held. This is for the beginner Blackstones, Naru main weapon box, and secondary box. Also during the maintenance, all Naru equipment and accessories you own will be converted to Tuvala. For strengthened items, they will be changed to the strengthened Tuvala equipment in proportion to the strengthening stage. So if it's a pen Naru, it's going to be a Pry Tuvala. It's also been changed so that you can obtain Tuvala equipment while completing the main quest, obviously. The following changes have also been applied as the ability of Tuvala has changed, so all equipment items other than Tuvala have been removed from obtainability, and the Blackstone has been removed. Strengthening materials have also changed. It is no longer the time-filled Blackstones. It will be Blackstones and Blackstones of Concentrated Magic. This is a slight deviation nowadays, but it also gets people into the mindset of using these stones instead. Definitely an improvement in my opinion. The Ancient Agris Anvil has also been changed for Tuvala accessories from Tet to Pen. It used to be 3, now it's 4. Oh no, 3 from Tri to Tet and 4 from Tet to Pen. So generally this has been reduced a little bit. The time-filled Blackstones will also be changed. So these will be changed to time-infused fragments. The fragments have been soaked with time, and effectively this just allows you to still obtain loot scrolls and advice of Valks and Valk Scries. So effectively this is the new exchange for the time-filleds. When graduating a season character, you must consume all time-infused fragments first in order to graduate. When attempting to graduate while holding them, a message informing you this is not possible has been added. These stones are still character-bound items. Also, the following boxes can now be opened by regular characters, so all the Tuvala accessory boxes and weapon boxes and such are also openable now. Also, they've also changed the weapon boxes that can be purchased from NPCs in major cities and towns. So here we have all the effectively blacksmith in each location, allowing you to buy them. Then an icon for a certain sharkfish has been changed, nothing too crazy. Moving on, we have 2 big changes. We have Atoraxion. This was mentioned in the Calpheon Ball. The normal and season difficulties will be completely removed. It will now always be the Elvia difficulty without going into Elvia. This is the important note. All monsters and NPCs on the Elvia server have been removed. And as the difficulty level has changed, the acquisition conditions for some titles have also changed. So here we can see some of the changes of the boxes effectively being switched. With the removal of the Atoraxion Elvia difficulty, the item descriptions for the Maha's Fragment items have been changed. So the exchange of Maha's Fragments and 100G gold ingots in the New Moon Manager has been removed. Maha's Fragments can now be sold at NPC shops with 10 mil price, and an item has been added to the Moon Shop of each Moon Manager, allowing you to purchase Maha's Fragments for 10 million back. This ties into the Orzekia Hunting Ground. This has been changed to a regular server. The locations of the following quests and cutscenes have also been changed due to this. Overall, there was a mention of the Marni realm still. Let me find it. Let's continue. The way weekly quests are for obtaining Atoraxion rewards have also been changed. So before you fought the leader, you can accept the quest of the Solmagia located in the cradle in each region. You can proceed and complete local quests in the following regions. So Garden, Cradle, and Paradise. When you accept the local quest and defeat the boss, the quest is completed when you obtain the items. And due to changes in how quests are completed, the Key of Dawn, which could be obtained from each boss, can no longer be obtained. That is a bit of a weird thing. I'm guessing it just means the keys are gone now. We're gonna have to look into that. The Atoraxion Subjugation quest rewards have also been changed to once a week, and the rewards have been increased. So this is for all 4 dungeons. Here we go into them. In the case of Vaha, Vaha, we have the demos effectively being added still, the improved compass part, and Vaha's earrings still being in there at a specified probability. Otherwise, the acquisition is the same of the other stuff, some vanadium, titanium crystals, but we have a slight increase on the Dikima Proof of Oath and the 50 Crown Stones being added. Same thing for Sakraya. You have a chance at Pry, so Vaha gives base demos. Secret gives Pry duos at bare minimum, maximum at Pry. So one gives base, the other one Pry. Third dungeon gives up to duo, and then finally up to Try in the Orzekia. Also with just the regular stuff that was added in general to it. Also, the Dikima, they've added an item to exchange 200 and 500 pieces for a 150 and a 100 stack. The group names have been changed, so it's been changed to the last Fortis Atoraxion. The naming conditions for accepting Orzekia daily repeat quests have changed. Here we go about the Orzekia Hunting Ground. So the new entry will no longer be the Crystal of the Void, but a basic Maha's Fragment. This can be purchased at the Orzekia's Marni realm. However, you also get them from the dungeon, so running the dungeon means you can run the dungeon location. Otherwise, Solmagia, which acts as a store, appears near the Orzekia group. Then we have the Dark Rift changes. These are also going to be completely overhauled. All the chests have been removed, and it's been changed that you can definitely obtain 100 Cron Stones. They added the ability to obtain latent boss energy and boss concentrated crystals with a probability, and they changed the reward items for each boss as follows. So in the case of Red Nose, we have the standards, effectively means, Ancient Spirit Powder, Blackstone that we've come used to. Then we have some artifacts, the Dark Remnants, Splendid Sculpture of the New Moon, kind of unsure what that is, and Fragment of the Merchant Ring is still on the table. Then we have the similar thing for Beg. Effectively, everything is very similar. Then we have Muskin, same thing, with pretty much nothing crazy, just 100 Crons instead of 100 Crons are being added and everything. The Merchant Ring is on all of them. And mostly just the relic changes, it seems. But also not always. Overall, nothing too crazy, but then again, Dark Rifts, 500 Crown Stones every 5 days. Cannot really complain. Definitely something very nice. Quest and Knowledge is also being adjusted, so the main quest, all the way up to Madaya, should, after this change, get you all the way to level 60. So main quest rewards have been reorganized and combat experience points have been adjusted. So effectively, you need to get all the way to Madaya, and if you complete that, you will be level 60 guaranteed, according to this, effectively. Definitely quite interesting. Otherwise, Blackstones and the concentrated Blackstones have been added to the quest rewards. Another small change, the Vitality Potion Small and Medium have all been changed to Instant Potion Large and Mana Instant Potion Large. You seem to also always get both. Then we have the Magnus being reduced. This was mentioned in Calpheon Ball as well. A little bit sad, to be honest, because I feel a lot of people will just skip it. Effectively now, when you've completed the first few quests into Magnus, you will then get the knowledge, and you will have the price of help knowledge or geography knowledge in the major city where the well is located. And if you speak to the village storage keeper while having acquired the price of help knowledge and topography, you can use the remote warehouse function. And some lines from the Magnus have been changed to alleviate this. So effectively, you start Magnus, you unlock it immediately after starting it, and the main thing is you just get some titles. There is one kind of funny one. I hope it's kind of true. Effectively, the quest is named Morning Wind, and you get the Magnus title as a yellow title. Otherwise, it is mostly blue titles. I'm really hoping... I'm a bit sad, but I mean, we'll go to the TLDR. Otherwise, we have some typo changes in the fixes and changes. There was an issue with the description of War the Roses that got fixed. Specific location in the Mountain of Salvation where characters would get stuck, so if you ever got stuck there, this should help. Then there's finally some pad mode fixes where items could not be used or when attempting to move them from bag. Small little things like that. TLDR-wise, obviously, like I just said, Magnus, I'm really disappointed in it. I mean, you do still get the rewards at the end of the main quest line, but considering it's a pen boss armor, it feels a bit lackluster. I'm really sad because most people will just skip it, and it was not that bad. Reaching level 60 by questing, definitely a nice thing. I mean, Mountain of Eternal Winter sort of already provided this. Now you have an alternative on the older characters, because this should override the current quests. Dark Rift bosses, a little bit sad about all those little accessories that I was getting, but this might actually increase the accessory prices again, considering that the availability is going to go down, and some people do still try to tap them for Essences of Dawn. Otherwise, Orzekia dungeons, I am really happy to see this. I do like that it scales on each dungeon on the highest possible reward on the debos. I also find it nice otherwise that we still get the Proof of Oath and Maha's Fragments. And just in general, the Cron Stones are really nice. Getting those extra Cron Stones, it's just a little bit, it's a one-time run. It definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable content. And on top of that, if you are in that mid-range tier, this doing the dungeon mixed with Dark Rifts and all that sort of stuff, you should be able to pull off at least one tap or one tap every 2 weeks. Then the Tuvala changes. I like that they're changing the stones. I do like that they're keeping the exchanges. Definitely looking very forward to that. The Naru removal, a lot of people felt it was overdue. I kind of agree. Otherwise, the hammer boxes for the different AP tiers, for the people that are towards the end of their gear progression, this is definitely a nice little boost. For those that are actually progressing, I do feel, sure, it's very much of an RNG thing. You need to get lucky on your first hammer tap after reaching an AP gain to actually get something, but hey, at least there's a chance. I like it. Sure, it's a bit of a RNG thing. I really wish everybody does get it, because it also won't generally get you the next hammer immediately, but it should help you on your progression, and even if it's just getting that Agris Essence up by 1. Otherwise, the other exchanges here are perfectly reasonable. Savior, I'm a little bit torn. It's definitely very interesting. The main thing that really bothers me is the fact that she can conserve her combo. I feel like there's plenty of classes that could really make use of such a passive. And I find it a bit interesting that she's going to get it to a point where she might actually be really powerful. I mean, we know the typical cycle, very overpowered class, then some nerfs, so do take it with a grain of salt. Otherwise, she looks fairly good. Quite big AoEs, at least in the one attack mode, especially in the darkened attack mode. But we also know that it's not going to be a permanent state, it seems. But I would say try checking out another streamer. You might be able to find one that did download Global, and definitely give it a watch. And with that, I wish you the absolute best of luck, and I'll see you around.